Ok, bonjour. Première fois à Bratislava, Slovaquie. Le temps il est comme ci comme ça, mais bon. J'ai acheté ce truc dans une boulangerie. Je crois que ça s'appelle... Non, je sais pas comment ça s'appelle. Colax. Ça me fait quelque chose comme ça. Donc, ouais. Là, je me dirige vers le centre-ville, vers la vieille ville. J'ai un tour qui est prévu, qui est réservé. Donc, on va faire, je crois, pendant pratiquement 2h30, un peu le tour du centre-ville. Il y a un château aussi, donc visiter le château, etc. Et on verra quoi. Je suis arrivé hier, mais hier j'étais crevé, je suis pas vraiment sorti. J'avais voyagé toute la nuit depuis l'Albanie. Donc du coup hier j'étais un peu KO quoi. Il fallait que je travaille sur quelques trucs en plus. Donc je suis pas du tout sorti. Enfin, je suis sorti pour aller m'acheter à manger. Et je suis rentré direct. J'ai pas pris une photo, j'ai rien fait du tout. Donc bon, on va voir.
We're gonna have the historical building in front of us, the entrance to the city, and once again, just to quickly repeat so we can understand, everything from the entire history until maybe like 20th century was just inside of this like building in this entrance, and everything outside was just forest and wilderness. There was no city at all, so that's why the new town is just very different from the old town, and of course we're still gonna see everything like that. And I'm sorry. In terms of history, at least on the tour, I'm trying to give you the whole big Slovak history and the story of our small.
Oh, nice.
So they reconstructed, but it is still a part of the entrance to the city, of the historic building, the historic tower that was there. It is just reconstructed, and if you want to, then you can climb to the top of it. It is possible.
And that's why it's foretold in our folklore that it's a communication between the player and the higher spirit. The custom is a little bit similar to the legend of Janošik, which is similar like Zorro or Robin Hood. From the mountains against the empire, and of course against the bears and wolves. And so we had a lot of wilderness, a lot of mountains. So they were protecting their sheep as it was their living. And the shepherds play for their sheep, so sheep were more relaxed, produce better milk. Now I can play for you so they produce better wood. Sound of Slovakia, Kujana!
Yeah, this is...
So of course the first thing to see around here is going to be a very simple thing. It is going to be the statue that we see behind the bench, so you can see yourself of course. And in terms of the statue, I can also ask you something, because we see how he's dressed. So where do you think is this person from? Which country? From France? Yes, exactly. Yeah, correct. A French soldier, and also many people told me that it is maybe even the very famous French general Napoleon. So for that I always have to explain that it is leave the army. army and escape secretly so they don't see him, and that's a big treason. You cannot just escape an army like that and betray your friends and soldiers here. So as he was escaping, they saw him, they tried to shoot him from a distance, and he apparently survived the shot but just wounded, arrived to later a Slovak hospital and was healing himself, and there actually a local Slovak nurse was taking care about him, and eventually both of them, they fell in love with each other. So that's how eventually he had a happy ending of the story. He decided to get married with this lady and started a new life with terrible conditions. So this was just like an unusual way how to say thank you for this difficult work. So they just, the local people just created like a pretty interesting statue of like a worker coming out of the sewer and just laying here having a break. So that's what the statue symbolizes. And of course, just over time he became famous and known because he is like a friendly person. He has like a smile on his face and he's watching everyone, looking on everyone on the streets. So this is why people like him. It's like a friend that you meet on the streets. So yeah. Plus I can also tell you, especially many ladies love to touch him on the head because again, there's many. This is like a tradition that no matter where people live in Slovakia, they always want to visit Bratislava at least once in their life to go to these performances, either to the art exhibitions or the Philharmonic concerts or the National Theatre to see the experiences that the people are doing there. So it is nice, I really recommend it. And then from the historical point of view, one of the things I can tell you, here on the square, this place, that was not really existing in medieval times, because here this square, this is where the river was in medieval times, and that's why also all the writers are very celebrated. Not only him, but every single writer that helped us, that was motivating people in this time, were celebrated too, because it is them that started everything. And it's possible that if they didn't motivate us, maybe the people would still not stand up and not fight, and so the culture would be destroyed. Or so we're not continue there, we continue this way, so to the right side. Okay, so let's go here. Especially here, where we go back to the town, I will have one more stop for you, just a very small one, and just one more thing which I wanted to show you, and especially maybe explain more about Czechoslovakia. And about Czechoslovakia, we're still going to continue later, because the country was famous in this time, it was very, very... and see anything you want to in the church, you can, and then we are gonna meet each other on the staircase looks difficult, but I'm just always explaining. The way to the castle takes like 5 minutes. It's very, very quick, it's very easy, so we're gonna handle it pretty well, hopefully. So just be careful, it's been raining, so maybe we can slip on the stairs. And after that, you can follow me to the staircase, and let's climb to the castle together. Everyone is here, so we can continue. Like I said, the view is getting a little bit better. And then obviously, the statue in front of us, just to very quickly mention who is this lady. It's just to mention it is not Medusa. She looks like Medusa, but it is not. And it is just a lady from our Pressburg, and she's going to be called Agatha. So Agatha, and this Agatha is historically known as the first lady that has ever been accused here and then burned at the stake for being a witch. So this is why she looks like that on the statue. She's supposed to be a witch. She was the first one in the entire Hungarian kingdom as well. And she's today like a celebrated famous famous lady, but especially because of a completely opposite reason, to be honest. Because maybe many of you also don't believe that witches were real, magic was real, any witchcraft was real, things like that. So it is the same today. Many people still say that just these ladies were probably innocent. The same with Agatha, she was probably innocent. But in these times, in these medieval times, women had almost no rights in this area. When they were accused of something, they couldn't have a trial, couldn't have any fair treatment. They were just killed, they were just removed. So this is the reason why so many of them were being burned in the middle of Europe in many countries. And then I will show you something which I bring in for you. Just like an example of this tradition, it is gonna be something like this. Just a second. It is, yep. So something like this. And now, anyone knows what is this thing that I am holding? None of you? None of you. Alright, so then maybe it's easier for me to explain. So I can show you what is this. Of course it looks like a wooden stick. It is actually made from wooden sticks, of course, over here. And it is going to be called korbacz. So translated, korbacz is like a wooden whip. So the whip that we have here. And of course on every Easter, it is the boys that will go to the forest and take a lot of these sticks, especially from the willow tree, because that's easily to be bent. So there's this willow tree. And then they will make these wooden whips, the korbaczes over here. So then they will use it, and of course you see that it also has a couple of these colorful cloths on the top of them, so a little bit more colors. And so I will show you how this tradition goes, of course. We don't necessarily need to do it, but everyone is very excited then for Easter Monday. In Easter time, Easter Monday is the special day when the boys will take their prepared korbacze, these whips, and they will go to the streets of the city or the village, and they will knock on the door of ladies. And so the lady needs to come outside, and the boy will do something with this whip. And so that's why for this I want one of you ladies to help me with that. Anyone wants to help me? Any lady over here?
I can help you.
Okay, you can help. Okay, so alright, so you can stand maybe in front of everyone. And of course, yeah, it doesn't matter. Like that, just so everyone can see. And of course, just to quickly showcase, it is a very simple thing, and obviously everyone is enjoying it. So yes, if it looks strange, then we are enjoying it, it's fine. And it is that the lady will just go outside, and the boy is trying to maybe like easily chase the lady like slowly escapes from him, and the boy is trying to hit this lady with this wooden korbacz on her butt. So similar like this, and you are like escaping and trying to hit you as many times as possible for a few minutes, of course, just easily trying to catch you. But just easily, not trying to hurt her, of course, just very easily, just nicely, gently, and obviously trying to hit as much as possible. And obviously everyone enjoys it, the ladies laugh at it so much. And then when we finish this, then the lady will give us one more of these colorful cloths. Normally we start with just one, and every lady that we beat on the street, then she's gonna give one more of these colorful cloths. And the point is, we're trying to beat as many ladies as possible. And so at the end of the day, at the end of Monday, the boys will meet at the pub, they get a beer, and they will compare who has the most beautiful of these korbaczes. It can be longer, it can be shorter, it doesn't matter. It is just important how colorful and how beautiful it is up here with this colorful cloths. So thank you so much for Castle Gardens, so the Castle Gardens, is a pretty nice place even today, so I don't know if it's raining, but it would be pretty nice to see still. So I hope we can enjoy it together. It is not very big, these gardens.
Slovakia when it's raining. Slovaquie sous la pluie. Gel.
It is all this just empty courtyard for the entire year, and it is like, for example, nice acoustics here, so maybe some concerts will be good here, but no one does anything here, so it is just a disappointing place. And it is the main castle, so it is probably the place where I'm sorry. So it is probably the place where people are expecting something nice to be here, to see here. greet a visitor here is just to have a small drink with them. So that's something which I can offer to you. If you are interested, it's of course maybe not for everyone, you don't need to accept it, but just if you want to, since it is cold outside, then I'm bringing like a very nice warm combination of 2 drinks which we use in the mountain areas of Slovakia, and that is very cold normally, and snowing and things like that. So that's why the drink is going to be composed of 2 parts. One of them is going to be, first one, just a simple thing, a hot tea that I have here. So it may be nice on the water all day. And then of course the tea is normally mixed with one special ingredient, and it can be many more things. I'm just bringing the one that I experience the most commonly in the mountains, so a little bit of a traditional Czechoslovak rum over here with me. So this is the combination rum and tea that I can have for you. You don't need to accept it if you don't want to, obviously, but if any of you are interested to try a little bit of this one, do you want to? Are you interested? Any of you?
Yes.
Okay. And if some of you don't drink alcohol, or for example for the kids, then obviously I can just offer you the tea. It is simple like that. So yeah. And just to explain, the rum is of course Czechoslovak brand Božko over here, and it is just 30% of alcohol. I'm not here to kill you or do anything like that. Just a very small offer of hospitality. And the tea is just a forest fruit tea. It's not important what tea we use. It is just important to have it hot. That's the combination point. Okay, and of course that's why if you are ready to try a little bit, we are not gonna drink from the bottle like homeless people, so I have a couple of the shot glasses for everyone. So I will give you, obviously, just give me a second so I can take more of them. So the first one straight up for you, because you've been helping me all the tour. Thank you. So here we go.
Yep.
And one for you. So,
Thank you.
one for you. One for you. Here you go. One for you. Then it's okay, I will just give you the tea, but you just have to tell me. If not, then I'm pouring always half of the shot glass. That's how the combination will go. Yeah. And the rest of it will be the tea. There you go. There you go. I hope you're gonna be patient because it's many of us today, so I probably takes a bit of a time to get on the street. It is legal and it is a very normal thing, because in Slovakia it's very expensive to buy a shot in a bar or a pub. So that's why if you buy a bottle and drink it on the street, it's much more valuable economically. So that's why we do it all the time. So yeah. Okay. And now of course the tea. So once again, here we go.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Smells like rum. Mostly.
And of course, don't drink everything yet because we want to cheer together.
Он говорит, нельзя пить пока, потому что мы должны делать cheer.
I am sorry. Exactly one that is left. So yeah. So at least you will have more of the pure rum for yourself, so maybe even a better experience. So yeah. Okay. And of course, I myself as well. So now let's go all together, and in a big circle we're gonna do it, because I will tell you how to say cheers. And in Slovakia, by cheering, it's always important to cheer and touch the shot glasses at the same time with everyone. And just in a big circle. So let's go all to the circle, and then yeah, let's at least try. It's many of us, but let's try. And obviously we are gonna say the Slovak cheers, and that's gonna be na zdravie. All right? Na zdravie.
Na zdravie.
Okay, guys.
Na zdravie. Na zdravie. Na zdravie. Na zdravie, guys. Na zdravie.
Na zdravie.
Cheers.
Na zdravie.
Здравия.
And then enjoy.
Я вспомнила ваша квартира Кудрова. Да. Так, давай, да. Он такой легкий, он не слишком.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention, on this tour you don't necessarily need to shot it fully like Slovak people normally do.
À contre-sol. Ouais, c'est stylé avec le. Ils ont mis le. Comment ça s'appelle? Genre les arbres japonais là. J'ai fait Lego. Je crois. Non, normalement en plus j'ai la dragonnière.
Tu l'as mis?
Personne. Ah. Eh, j'ai presque 1700 personnes. Ah, je suis passé par cette ville, enfin par cette ville, par cette rue là.
Non, c'est ça le truc.
Un autre chose, Slovak pub.
Ah bah ouais.
Ouais, ouais, elle doit être affiliée. Ah, c'est stylé.
Oh oui.
Et tu manges le pain et tout?
Ah ouais.
Ah ouais, enfin t'es rempli après. Thank you.
Can I have one more?
Ouais, le pancake il est balèze hein, aussi. Hein. Ah, il est super frit quoi.
Ça a l'air bon.
Donc ça c'est l'un des bâtiments emblématiques de Bratislava, de la Slovaquie. Et basiquement c'est clairement c'est une pyramide à l'envers. C'est un style de bâtiment de l'époque communiste, ce qu'ils appellent l'architecture communiste brutale. Donc un peu connu à l'époque de l'Union soviétique, etc. quoi, le style un peu brutal, un peu spécial. Mais voilà, plutôt pas mal. Assez spécial on va dire. C'est un truc de fou. Hein. Super bon. Ah, c'est stylé. Hein. Donc ça c'est l'espèce de croissant demi-lune. Bon, j'ai déjà mangé presque la moitié. Spécialité de la Slovaquie. C'est rempli à l'intérieur de graines de pavot. Donc graines de pavot très très célèbres ici. Et franchement super bon. Je l'ai eu d'une petite boulangerie à côté de mon hostel, du coup vraiment pas cher. Beaucoup moins cher et beaucoup plus gros que la vieille ville qui est vraiment au centre-ville, la vieille ville quoi. Let's have a look. Donc je suis en train de me balader dans le centre-ville, un petit peu à l'extérieur, mais bon, c'est pas la vieille ville de Bratislava. Et je me rencontre avec ce street food park. Donc écoute, on va faire un tour. Ok. Bon, burgers, ça me tente pas du tout. Il est actuellement, je crois, 12h30 ou un truc comme ça. Okay, Indian food. Well, not the place for me. Wow, crazy. Burgers again. Shit. Everything is in Slovak here, so no idea. Gyoza, okay. Okay, Asian. Damn, it looks nice. Ouais. Ok, donc il faut que j'utilise mon téléphone un petit moment, il faut que je regarde les menus, que je les traduise et que je vérifie s'il y a des trucs qui sont un peu plus ou moins locaux. Parce que je suis pas venu en Slovaquie pour manger un curry, donc bon, on se comprend quoi. J'ai pris ça dans le street food. C'est un plat de pâtes avec du fromage, un fromage spécial slovaque. Je vais vous mettre le nom aussi à l'écran parce que je pourrais pas vous le dire. Donc du coup, il y avait le choix entre choisir pour que ce soit salé ou sucré. Du coup, j'ai choisi sucré parce que d'après Google, c'est la manière la plus connue de le manger, c'est le sucré. Donc assez bizarre, un plat de pâtes au fromage sucré. On va voir, on va tester.